In this video, I'm going to give you an overview about equipment components in Railinc's Umler application. The Umler application serves as the equipment registry for the railroad industry. In this video, we'll identify major component groups, learn how elements are associated to components, and see how components are displayed in Umler. While some characteristics of a rail car are basic and easy to describe, like lengths, weights, and dimensions, side door type, original cost, and ownership, other equipment characteristics are more complex, and data entry is not as easy. For any equipment record in Umler, there can be multiple values. For example, wheel diameters can be different couplers can be used on each end, and axle spacing can vary. First, let's look at track systems. Wheels and axles are tracked and recorded in Umler as truck system components. In this example, Rail 50 has two truck systems. Each truck system needs wheel and axle information entered and recorded in Umler. Umler uses the standard convention for component locations on freight equipment. Truck System B is on the brake end, and A is the last location. Components allow multiple instances of repeating data elements. Connected units present the most complex view of truck systems. For example, this 3-unit articulated flat shown at the bottom has locations of B, C, D, and A. Each of these locations has information recorded in Umler about its wheels and axles. Be aware that truck system locations are independent of the unit segments and are recorded from end to end. Truck systems are further divided into truck and axle space components. Trucks use the same convention as truck systems, starting with B and ending with A. Axle space locations are numbered from end to end, starting with 1. Specific information regarding wheel diameter, journal size, and axle count is associated with each truck. One or more trucks can be associated with a truck system. Specific information regarding axle spacing distance is recorded as an axle space component. One or more axle spacings can be associated with each truck system. Likewise, this example of a 3-unit articulated flat car has specific information recorded for each of its truck systems. Next, we'll look at draft systems. Umler tracks information about couplers by location as well. Each location is called a draft system. In this example, Rail 50 has 2 draft systems. Umler uses the standard location convention for freight equipment. Draft System B is on the brake end, and A is the last location. The draft system components include information about coupler codes, coupler types, draft gear types, and coupler inches of travel. Again, components allow multiple instances of these repeating data elements. The 3-unit articulated flat in our example has draft system locations of B and A. If these units were drawbar connected, there would be a total of 6 draft systems. The coupler data specifications are recorded for each draft system. Draft systems, like truck systems, are not associated with a specific unit segment. Next, we'll look at unit segments. Umler tracks information by connected unit location. Each location is called a unit segment. This example shows 3 unit segment locations, B, C, and A. Unit segment components include information about load limits, weights, lengths, and loading capabilities for containers and trailers. Unit segment locations allow similar information to be stored for each unit location. Next, we'll look at intermediate connections. For some intermodal units, trailers can be loaded across platforms. Umler tracks information for these locations. Each location is called an intermediate connection. In this example, we have two intermediate connections, 1 and 2. Note that these locations are numbered since they are non-standard locations. The intermediate connection includes information about loading capabilities for trailers. Component locations allow similar information to be stored for each intermediate connection location. Finally, let's take a look at two different types of component views in the Umler application. In the Umler application, I'm going to open Maintenance, Add Change Delete, and Modify Single Equipment. The Modify Single Equipment menu item in Umler provides two different views to add and update equipment and related component information. So you can view it either by element or by location. For this example, we'll select to view components by element. Enter an equipment ID and click the Modify button. The Component by Element view is displayed. All components for truck, draft system, and unit segment are all listed in the one category named Components. Go to Components by clicking the Components link here at the top. Element information is grouped together in this view. Click the Switch View button to change to the Location view. The Component by Location view provides a view of the hierarchy of the elements and components. Links in the categories at the top are now separated into truck components, draft system components, and unit segment components. Here you can see that Truck System B has information about Truck Location B and Axle Space 1. Likewise, information is displayed for other component locations. That wraps up our overview about equipment components in Railinc's Umler application. Contact us for more information.